Welcome into RSC Track and Field Media Day. First up, we'll talk about the Point Park women with head coach Tim Kramer. Coach, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Kevin.
Okay, so for the women's side, how was preseason and the first couple of indoor meets so far?
We were super excited with the start of the preseason, which was way back in mid-September is when we started with our preseason conditioning lifting program into our first two meets in early December. We've had early success with some national qualifiers right off the bat, which was awesome to see, and some top RSC times and distances from our women's team right off the bat.
So what are the expectations for this year's women's team, whether it's indoor or outdoor? We're well into the indoor season. What are your thoughts there for goals, expectations?
Our expectations are the same every year. You know, our goal is to win another indoor and outdoor conference championship, and that starts in September with the preseason. The women have had years of success in the indoor season, winning multiple championships in a row, so they really don't want to be the team to lose one and to continue that streak of success and consecutive championships.
So what do you see as strengths of this year's women's team, whether that's the certain events or like the seniority or whatever it might be?
It's a combination of things, I think. We're pretty well rounded this year for the first time as a track team. In past, we might have been really heavy on distance runners or mid-distance runners or jumpers. This year, we seem to have a good mix of really top-notch sprinters, hurdlers, jumpers, throwers, mid-distance and distance runners. So I think our strength is the team as a whole.
So what do you see as keys to success of doing well within the River States Conference? First up, that indoor meet in a few weeks, and then we're hosting outdoor.
For us, it's going to be just to continue to do what we've been doing week in and week out in competitions that may not include a lot of our RSC members. We always say, let's do what we're capable of, and if we take care of business, hitting what we're supposed to hit in a time or a distance, good things are going to happen at the championship meet.
So with any team, there's people that graduate from one year to the next, and then you have the newcomers. Then you have those people that are in their second or third year that really hit their stride. Like, there's some names that people are going to be familiar with, but do you have a mix of like returners, newcomers, or like how's your team like with that?
I think we have a good mix of both. We have some really solid upperclassmen in Natalia Hillen, Ali Placio, Kia Ellsbury, and Yana Schmid, who have competed at a high level, been conference champions, gone to nationals, and I think their leadership and their knowledge and success is, helping the younger newcomers with, the likes of a couple transfers in Maya Greshner and Diamond Rush, who have had success in their previous institutions and have kind of taken a step forward for us, and a couple freshmen, Emma Romer and Olivia Hare, are a couple young newcomers that have really taken big strides forward to helping us score points at the RSC championship meet.
So that's a look at the group, but describe this women's team. If you had a few adjectives, how would you describe them as a team?
They're a fun group, but they're business oriented. They know that when it's time to be on the track, it's time to hit a qualifying mark, it's time to hit a mark that they're going to be proud of. That's how I would probably, really sum up this women's group for the 2023-24 year.
Okay, so when we're doing this interview, it's the middle of indoor season. You're pointing towards indoor conference and indoor nationals, but it's a long haul. Like, we're hosting outdoor conference meet. Is that something you're building up to? And just talk about that opportunity to host that and what that does and what you're kind of at the end of April there.
We're super excited. We're pretty close to being done with all the planning. The officials are in place. Hotel blocks are set up. The facility, the P3R complex over on Neville Island at Robert Morris, is set up. Timing service set up. We just have to really put some logistics in place where are we able to video broadcast it? Are we able to do stuff like that with our sports communication department to give a cool championship experience for people that their parents may not be able to attend the RSC championship meet? It's our kids are excited to not have to travel for a change and can be home and have fans supporting them and watching them, compete at a high level.
So is that something you build up to from the training for like the outdoor? I mean, you want to do well in indoor too, but like, how does that work with the training?
So we segment it, during the season. We're in indoor season now, so training's a little different on the treadmills, because of the weather in Pittsburgh and being in the gym. But we try to just build off of each day, each week into the outdoor season with some breaks here and there, just to kind of freshen ourselves up as best we can. But at the end of the day, the goal is win indoor first, get as many indoor nationals as possible, and then put our mindset to the outdoor season.
All right, that wraps up the women's portion of RSC Track Media Day with head coach Tim Kramer. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Welcome into RSC Media Day from Point Park University. From the Point Park women's side, we have Natalia Hillen and Rakia Ellsbury joining us today. Thanks for coming in, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. So we'll get right into it. How has the preseason gone so far and these early meets so far in the year of indoor track? And we'll talk about outdoor track a little later.
Okay.
Natalia first.
Preseason has been pretty good. I mean, we started conditioning in September of 2023, so we've been, going strong and, going to Shenley like we do. I would say the first couple meets were pretty good, getting our base down. For me personally, the hurdles, I kept improving for each race, and I actually ended up qualifying for nationals. So it's been pretty good overall.
For you, Rakia, how has things been so far, if you want to take it back to preseason up until now?
Yeah, of course. So I would say preseason was definitely tougher this year. We've experienced a lot more harder workouts to build that great foundation. Since coming indoors, we don't have the willpower and facilities, so building that foundation outside was really a great start for us. I would say that I was able to open up with a significantly faster time than last year, so it was definitely a great foundation to build, and we're just still building on strong, getting ready for next few weeks.
So back to you, Natalia. What are the expectations of this season?
The expectations, there's a lot. I mean, after my, 3 years, this is going to be my 4th year on the team of being here, I'd say communication, responsibility are like the top 2 things for us as a whole, just because, we have freshmen coming in from, like, if they went JUCO or if they came from high school, so everyone's coming from a different place. So I'd say just the expectations of being responsible, communicating with the coaches, and definitely working hard. Being dedicated to what you're doing, not only showing up every day, but giving your 100% in every single thing. And that's not going to look the same for everyone. Your 100% is not going to look the same every single day, but as long as you're, giving that effort.
And a little twist on that to you, Rakia, expectations as far as achievements or goals of what the team wants to do when it's all said and done, indoor or outdoor.
Of course. So I guess it's easy to say we want to win, as always. But aside from that, we always want to work to get better every single year. So, of course, everyone has a different sense of elevating from, but we all want to always strive to do better than last year and keep building on that for every single person on the team.
So, Rakia, we'll stick with you on this one. How would you describe your team to fans or followers? What's the personality of the team, or what's the group like?
We just talked about this the other day, actually. Our coach said that he describes us as hardworking because not only do we put in work on the track, but we all have, rigorous lives that we have outside of track. And we kind of put that aside, go to track practice, do our thing, come back to track practice. And, that cycle can be tough on someone. So it's essential that we preach that responsibility and integrity, but we work hard on the track and off.
Natalia, same question for you. The personality of the team, what's the group like?
Like Kia said, hardworking. We do a bunch of different things outside of track, and we still make it work. I would say the personality-wise, though, we're definitely one little big family, fun personalities. I mean, we do, everyone likes, has their own type of thing. And I think just fun family vibes for us, 100%.
Okay, let's talk about River State's conference. In a few weeks, we'll be at the indoor championship and then the outdoor later that Point Park is hosting. Do you state the goals with that? What are the thoughts going into that as a team? Natalia.
I would say going into conferences, both, because you have to have the same type of mindset going into indoor and outdoor. Obviously, working hard, not giving up on yourself and giving up on your team, because it's not only individual, we're there as a team getting those points. So working hard and knowing that we all have our own jobs that day and we got to get that done. Like, we will go in there confident, in a mindset of a hardworking mindset, and just knowing that, it's going to take work. It's not going to come easy, but we can do it.
Rakia, your thoughts? You've been through a couple of these. What's the key there in RSC?
I would definitely agree, but we have to come in with like a blank slate because most of us will be doing a ton of events, if not like most of them. So you have to take it event by event and really take a deep breath because sometimes every event's not going to go your way. So you have to like take a second, think about it, and go to the next one because we have a goal at the end of the day.
All right, that'll do it for the questions here of RSC Track and Field Media Day for the Point Park Women. Thanks for taking the time.